Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Real Double Dose channel. This is your host, Lex, coming to you straight from the heart where the talk is real and the vibe is always live. Yes, it is. For any questions, show requests, or feedback, or any shout outs, or anything under the sun, you can always reach us at Real Double Dose channel at yandex.com. That's yandex.com, and as well as realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. That's realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. Yes, it is. And on that blog spot, you can check out the multiple pages of wonderful insights and wonderful tips and hints and links that you can just click on and be about your business, because you are about that life. Anyone listening to this is about that life, okay? I'm just put a little salt and sugar on there. But also you can check out our links that are located at the end of the blog spot in the About Me section, and the wonderful books that we have available. Any copyright disclaimers or anything else can be found at that. And you can also check at the end of the blog spot. And you can also check us out at TuneIn. Okay, that's TuneIn Radio or TuneIn.com. That's Spreaker.com. That is also Stitcher Radio, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and SoundCloud, and many, many more unfolding to you, as well as our YT channel that's about to open. You know what YT stands for? YouTube. Yes, it is. It's going to be a little montage. We're going to try a little miniature launch. It might be a little ancient looking, but I'm not really a video photographer or whatever they call it, but we're going to try with Anthony and them and just see if we can get a bigger audience as well, growing even more so with a different network. Different people have different channels they log on to be a part of that family situation. So we're welcoming you aboard for anything else. And if it's already existing by this point, hello. So yeah, let's get into this and let's get a little bit of salt and sugar with it. I wanted to be able to kind of start this off with a hashtag for the new name of this whole episode, and that is the clowned out. Okay, I would say clowned out syndrome, but I mean, it could be. Okay, but this is clowned out. Hashtag clowned out. Are you clowned out? Or is someone you know being clowned out? Now, it could be hitting different tags on the toe, and it could be tit for tat, because a lot of people can say, oh man, you're clowned out. Like, look at her. Or look at him. He's being played. Or she's doing this. Or she thinks she's all that. Or look at her makeup. You never know. But this one right here is completely focused on, in a huge, broad, retrospect way. And it's a quicker one, because it kind of gets to the nitty gritty when you hear the name and you see the face, whatever the image you're clicking on or not, it gets you to what you need to see. And that's understanding the clowned out method of syndromes, that I call it, is, well, basically smiling on the outside and crying and dying on the inside. We're all responsible for these feelings in some kind of way. And we understand where the feelings permeate from. Now, when I mean responsible, we're responsible from being able to admit that we have them from time to time. Now, some people's last in spurts, some larger, might not be. But I will tell you this. We all go through it in some way or another. For example, you go in a room or you go somewhere and you don't really feel like going, whether it be your partner inviting you or whatever, and you think it's going to just cheer you up, or you think it's going to make you feel better, but all the while you're sitting there just feeling like you just want to curl up in a ball and get a blanket and watch a movie and cry, instead of saying, oh, hey, how's it going? I'm great. You know, and a wise man once said, and still says, I believe, that people who care about you will ask how you're doing. Giving your answer, whatever, I guess it is what it is. But people who love you will wait until you tell the truth. And I do see that, to say, yeah, people who care about you, you know, and just innocently as they are, they, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing great. How's everything going with you? Yeah, they care about you. They want to know how you're doing, and they take what you say for a quick face value, because sometimes their minds they do just care about you. But the people who really love you, the investment within love and what love means itself, will say, well, that's nice that you're telling me that, but I know you enough to say I love you enough to understand that you're not telling me the truth. So how are you really feeling? How are you really doing? Okay? So understand this. Even though we're smiling on the outside and possibly crying, dying, or just screaming on the inside, how much of that are we really, really holding back from ourselves? I mean, if we think about it, if we spend all of our time just hurting and aching. And all the while, the world just sees this smile going on. Our suffering is due to the fact that we are not looking for a better outlet or not discovering that better channel within ourselves to release those energies that are holding us back from really being that smile and that happiness that others might see from the outside. And sometimes those in us, we need to evaluate what we're seeing in other people too. Not trying to scratch and itch too much to where we're making a problem happen for them if they're really not going through one. But us looking further into our intuitions, our empaths, and saying, maybe these people we care about or love are really going through a deeper situation. And maybe, that feeling you get when you know someone's not telling you the full scope of things. Find a time or a certain place and really, kind of confront them in a loving, calm, patient way and say, hey, I don't know what is really going on. Maybe it's not so big or huge, but I'm here if you want to talk. I'm here if you need someone to listen, and I'm here to sift it through with you as best as I know how. And also make sure you know that that person understands you're going through things too, and kind of relate your story to them. Relate what's going on. Relating things is the best way to actually have things have more appreciation, understanding, and friendship and value between what's going on. Do not allow yourself to be sitting there like, oh, everything is okay in Peachy King, because you know what? It showed too many times in my history that even though, bless her soul, my sister was smiling on the outside to those who saw her, secretly she was dying on the inside. She was living to die, right? And she wasn't dying to live. That's what it was. So ultimately her life is gone now, and I can never get her back. And if I could, I would. But I'm just saying, don't do that to yourselves, and we deserve more. Don't let others go through that because we're so busy trying to get from point A, B, C, and D. We're missing the whole alphabet to X, Y, Z. Life is more important than anything else we've ever experienced in our lifetime itself. And being consciously aware of those who need us, whether it be someone sitting on the corner just holding out their hands for a coin or a piece of bread. We don't know when that last moment in their mind is just going to trigger them off to say, you know what, forget it. Forget it. And maybe they're not just smiling on the outside. Maybe they're crying and dying on the outside, and they're crying and dying on the inside too, or vice versa, to dying and crying on the outside and smiling on the inside. You don't know. But you never know a person's story or path unless you try to read the pages. You try to read the words and the chapters of those pages that are written. You try to understand and evaluate what's going on. Don't let it consume you, but let it, move you. Let it be to the point where it's the harmony within yourself, in order to move that whole feeling of where you almost make a fragrance of the power that you have that stimulates and moves and circulates and motivates all those around you. Let it be inspiring and transcendence. Let it not take away the smile that you have or anyone else, but let it bring more to the table of all the fruitfulness that we deserve. So at the end of the day, #clowned out means we need to understand how to not know diabolical doppelganger kind of this is my alter ego kind of thing out there. We're talking about facts, not fiction. And the fact is, most of us out here, the highest of suicide rates, the highest of things going on, and hate, violence, and all these things, is because we're doing the clowned out method. The clowned out method is something that will never serve your purpose. Smiling on the outside and crying and dying on the inside is never a recipe for good measurement. Yeah, that smile might make someone else feel great, but if it's coming from a bad place, remember, the universe never forgets. And you always have an imprint of all the bad and negative energy that goes on. It rewards you for the systems of what you bring forth with your spirit and energy. So remember all of that we stimulate and circulate and percolate through our system. Are you doing the clowned out method? And if you are, remember, every time you smile from this day forward, make sure you write a mental note or even put it on a notepad or even your phone of how you're feeling inside that moment after it happens. And you really want to give that. Now, I know some days you might need a cup of coffee to just kind of make you feel like you got to go. Or sometimes you just might need to get a couple more minutes in before you're fully awake. But when you're in that moment, you're cognitively there. Remember, it's fake faces, okay? And at the same time, even though we can use them for customer service or life or love or just being who we are, we need to understand that happiness needs to be brought within in order to be brought outwardly. And finding that is not very hard to do. And if you ever need someone to reach out, you can always say what's up to us and many other platforms, as well as if you feel like it's a endangerment to your depression, you can always reach out for any kind of motivation that you need at any given whim. And RDDC is here to help with that as well. And if not, talk to your doctor. And if you really feel like there's an emergency, you know to dial 911. I'm just saying. So, you got to be the change, I say. Feel the passion and embrace the power of the Spirit. It's more than just a motto out there. Be the change. Turn that clowned out syndrome, face method, whatever, and get that smile inside and bring it outside as well. Okay? Feel the passion. Feel the things that you can permeate and be excited and happy about every single moment of your life, because it's there. And embrace the power of the Spirit. Embrace the power of all that is and the creator of all things. Okay? The moon and the stars. Everything that is will always lead you. And with that combination alone, you will no longer have the clowned out method going on. You'll be able to say, you know what? I am clown in and out. Think about that. Yes. Hashtag clowned out. Are you feeling that mode? And if you are, what can you do to bring out, not only for yourself and others, a smile from the inside that's permeating the outside, but at the same time, recognize where your clown face is and who else is wearing a clown face around you. And think about what's behind the face that's shown that you need to know the most. So, this is your host, Lex, coming to you straight from the heart. You can check us at Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com. That's yandex.com. And as well as realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. We can't wait to roll out our YouTube for you and get up on that. And if you're watching from YouTube right now, amazingly awesome. And we love you. Check out our links and all the things you can get a hold of us for. Stay beautiful, blessed, and wonderful. And thank you for just being, and we appreciate you just being awesomely you and tuning in. We love you, and we'll be back with you, as we say, very, very soon.